So I'm virtually heading off once again on one of my early morning walks. I just have to check the mail. I was going to buy some chocolate because I'm sick of not eating chocolate. Technically we have Milo, so you sweeten that up and have hot chocolate, but I've been feeling like some real chocolate in the evenings and lollies. So I was going to get some chocolate or lollies. I also felt like going for a walk, so I didn't warm up. It's like pretty silly. What did I dream about last night? I had the weirdest dream. I think I've been watching a lot of Vampire Diaries, and I had a dream with a little bit of one of the characters, and they're just staring at me, and their eyes were like really shining in the dark, and they were like, I don't know, they were impatient for something. And then I woke up and it was like kind of scary because it's spooky, but and that was my dream. And I thought, I just turned around and said, I've been watching too many of that series to have it, infiltrate me in a dream. But there's possibly a little more content to it, but I've probably forgotten about it. But that was basically it, and I was like, there was something a little bit scary in it or something, and I was like, oh, that was a little bit freaky. But other than that, had a normal morning. Once again, I don't feel like walking. I've still got a headache, I keep rubbing my head. My eyes keep feeling like they're next to dead. And I'm like going, I keep getting this headache, and I'm like thinking, I think I've just done too much to myself physically in the past, and it's all catching up to me. Because you feel like, and then you have a bitch about, this and that. The idea of publicists and modeling and combining together, how much of a letdown both are. So, other than that, I just have had a pretty normal morning, and my face looks kind of bad. I have so many freckles on my face. I feel like I was born with 100,000s, but it's not that bad. But it just feels that bad. Like, I look at my face and see a grainy texture on it, and I'm like, oh, I must have too many freckles. Because it's like airbrushed and grainy looking, my reflection. And I'm like going, yeah, I definitely need makeup when I go outside. I don't always wear it though. Like today, I'm not wearing it, but yeah, I just have the essence that I should wear more makeup more often, but sometimes I couldn't be bothered. Yeah. But but I don't have anything much I have to do today. I'm probably trying to plug through my work to sell something. I have to order plane tickets. Do I feel like going on a plane? I never feel like going on a plane, but at one stage I made it my mission to catch planes more often so that I'm less nervous or scared of airports. And that sort of was my beginning mission this year. I have no idea how I'll feel, though. I have no idea if I'll feel good or bad about catching a plane. I just figure bring some music, listen to music, probably get through it, and then you can go on a little adventure. It's going to cost me around $500 though, all these plane tickets, because they don't have any specials until July. And I'm like, if I knew that, I should have booked anything but June. But even in the week before, if the holiday was the week before, I can get $100 tickets the week before. But It's basically, at the moment, they're like $200, the tickets. And you're like going, and you're like going, that's a bit sucky, but, and I don't know what tickets to get. My parents booked their tickets by themselves, so I'm going down to the stores to see if my card has come, because if I make purchases with that card, if I make purchases with the card, I get special benefits. So I'm just seeing if my cards come, but I don't think I'll get it for another 2 weeks. I got myself a travel card, so when you purchase with the card, if there's a problem with the flight, you get to sit in some lounge and you get certain percent of things when you use it, so yeah, virtually. But I haven't felt like the best of health lately. It's like I keep feeling like I'm a little run down. So I keep feeling like I feel kind of crappy. But I've been doing more exercise, so that could be it. But I'm trying to get my butt into gear a bit more, but I don't really know the reason why I don't feel 100%, but it might just be like, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like my heart issues are up a little, but I'm not having trouble with my heart, it's just that I feel like they are up. It's like a feeling, like I feel like I will have heart issues, but when I move and stuff I don't have any, so it's like a tension of feeling, anticipating that you're going to feel crappy when you do stuff, and then I do stuff and it's like I've got quite a bit of energy and I don't have any problems. So even today I was like, oh, I don't feel like going for a walk, but I'm walking, not really having any troubles. So it's all in this heightened sense of feeling and anticipation of it. It's like, when I do it, I probably won't have an issue. Like when I think of catching a plane flight, I'll be like, you know, I'm just gonna have like a heart issue and feel very uncomfortable. But then I'll do it and be like, oh, that was easy peasy. So, not sure. They waved to me. No idea who that was. Usually when people go up and down the street, they wave to me, and I'm okay waving on the street, but then it's like, then other people at other cars wave to me, and I'm like, I don't know why they're waving. They don't live in our street. So once I was picked up by, well, actually quite a few times I've been picked up. I was having thoughts about tornadoes. I had a period where I met a tornado and it was pretty destructive. And then I come out on this road here because we were living here. And then this and that happened. And then I went back and I was like, oh, such a drama. So I really hate tornadoes. I don't necessarily have to go on this plane trip. I was just going to get my butt on a plane and practice catching a plane. So if ever in the future I want to catch a plane anywhere, it's like I know everything about airports. I'm not going to be scared or nervous, because I was really good with planes at some stage. I was just so used to catching them. Everything felt like I had no nervousness, or I had little nervousness. But it's been a while, and I'm like, I've been practicing for a while. Plane trips, expensive as $500. $500. I wait 2 weeks to get $500, so that's like half a month's worth of income. I have pretty severe issues with income. I've been trying to get work, and it's like not happening. I eventually get work in similar places that I used to when I was first looking for work. It's really ironic that you look for work. When I was young, certain organizations let me in, and if I applied for the same organizations now, they would let me in. But now it's like I have so many certificates and degrees, and if I apply for jobs, it's still a lot of time people are saying no, but the same organizations still pick you up. And so it's like, you didn't necessarily need all these degrees. Of course, it leaves you open to being picked up by someone else, but you definitely get a lot more interviews with degrees, but it doesn't mean that you get the job positions. And it's like you're still, a lot of times you can still be employed by the places you've already worked at when you were a teenager, and you're like, isn't that like the weirdest thing? So I tend to think that, consider your roots, and then be like, just do the same thing over and over again kind of aspect. And also do other things, try for other things too, but if everything else fails and the same old things let you in over and over again, it's like you know your roots. So that's a little bit of a, I don't know, some people would think that's bad, some people think that's good, so I guess it's a mixture of good and bad. Anyway, I just have to be into town, so I'll have to cut this video in a few minutes. I'm just heading off to see if I got any mail today. I hate little cattle trucks. They reek. But you always think, poor little animals. I really don't like the meat industry. I think it's just too many animals. But people used to cut up their own meats, and then it'd be like they'd get diseases because they wouldn't know how to get clean meat or whatever. And now it's like they've got a big industry with all this, meat, and it's like, you just think of all the little animals and you're like, oh, you feel so sad for them. You're like, oh, little animals. Like, sometimes you really have to be like disgusted. But everyone likes to eat meat, so it's like you take into consideration that animals are products, so it's like they're not really products, they're like animals still. It's pretty disturbing that all these every day are like millions and billions of animals are like killed every day, and you're like going, that's just like a lot of animals, and you're like going, when you notice the trucks and carrying animals, you're like, you always shed a tear. You're like going, oh, the poor animals, so, you know where they're going, all little things. It's really a greatly corrupted. I have no good points of views about the meat industry, but everyone eats meat and burgers, so of course people are going to buy it and eat it, but it's like you do have to shed a few tears, because it doesn't look like it's anything. It's like an entrapment of how life functions, and it's like it's never going to stop, until everyone, has a revolution, or the industries that make food have a revolution where, living on meat is not ethical, and it's like until that happens, it's like everyone's going to continue eating meat and everything, and it's like treating these little animal lives as just products, and it's like technically it's not a product. I mean, you are slaughtering millions and billions of animals. I know people in the meat industry say, no, we're preserving the animals because they'll never become extinct. They'll never be extinct. We're just allowing them to grow their generations and end them early, sure, but they'll always exist. As long as humanity exists, they'll always exist too. So in a way, it's like doing these sorts of like animals favors. You're like going, because they're always going to exist. And I was like, oh, still, like you have to sort of cringe and be like feeling sorry for them sometimes. It happened to humanity in general. But that would be pretty bad. Or just let it round it out, put in it's like, living in the Holocaust every day kind of aspect. You're like going, that's like, it is unfair and it is ugly, and it is sad against ethics, but I don't know, it's the way the world functions, I guess. Whereas like, I hate it. I know I eat burgers, I know I eat chicken and fries sometimes, but I know people eat burgers, cheeseburgers, any burgers, any pizzas with ham, but still, ethically. But I love the imitation stuff that's coming out now. It's like, if that replaced all meat products, I mean, people, some are so good that you wouldn't know. You don't hardly know the difference. It tastes so similar. And some of these meat-free products are really, really good. It's like you just taste them and be like, oh, it tastes like the real thing. It's like this sort of thing could take over the world, but it need a worldly shift, and to make it happen, it needs to start from the top, not the bottom. From the people who make the foods, rather than the consumers, because consumers can consume anything, and if they like what they like, they'll consume whatever they can purchase. So it needs all the stores and everything to not have meat products available, to have it not available for people to purchase. Otherwise they'll like it, they like it, they want to eat it, but if they don't have it, it's like they'll choose something else finally. And that's what everyone sort of thinks, and then the government thinks, no, if no one wants to live meat-free, we won't do it. And so it has to be like a legislation, something from the top rather than the bottom. Hey there, I'm going to film you now. Just don't jump over the fence. I think that's looks like a Kelpie / Great Dane. Looks like it could jump that fence. The big one. The little one couldn't, but the big one could. Here we are. Oh, it's today Saturday. I don't know what day. No, it's Friday. Tomorrow's Saturday. There's a big fair on. I might go and get a video of it. I just realised while looking at that billboard, that flashing billboard over there, it's like every day is Saturday, meat tray, raffles, disco, lots of stuff. Oh, there you go, showgrounds. Yeah, that's what it's showing, the showgrounds. So I might go and take a video, get a corn on a cob. Be like, yeah, I'm eating the country food. Chips. I don't know what else people sell. Corn on the cob, chips and tomato sauce. Yeah, I'm gonna get all that stuff that I never eat. Very floss there. That's something I never eat that I can buy. Play a game, maybe? Just one. I don't like to spend a lot of money. Look at stuff. Yeah. I might do that tomorrow, sure. If it's not today, I would drop in right now. It's like, yes, I'm finally going. I've never gone to any of the shows so far. We lived here for almost a year, so it's about time to get into a little bit of community stuff. Well, I'm almost there. I'm just going to be walking into the town soon. And I'm going to see if I have any mail. That's all I'm coming here for. The other person said, oh, I'm going to have coffee and go in there. So I'm like, yeah, I could wait for them, or I could go for a walk first and then wait for them. So I'm like, technically I just wanted to go for a walk, just an excuse to go for a walk. But yeah, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's like I'm running dry. I have no idea if I'll catch that plane. I should though. I could catch a video of plane journey. It's going to be 2.5 hours, and I'm like, at least it's early in the morning, so I probably will go because I've been promising myself I should get back into doing stuff like that just to practice. So if I ever want to catch a plane later, it's like I can. Hopefully I won't have a stroke on the way. I don't do things to make myself ill of health. I just do them just to, get used to the adventure. So if I'm ever living on my own, I'm like, oh, I can catch a plane anytime. I don't have to think of that or worry about it. I just do it. But I have a much less fear of any planes crashing now that I'm used to them. But they always feel like they're going to crash because when you go down, it's like, makes a big plane noise like it's going to crash, and then the pilot pulls up, and then you do one bump, then 2 bumps, and then the tires skid, and it's like, virtually, how rough is that ending? And everyone classically does a little scream, like everyone in the plane always does a scream. And I was like, but it doesn't get my senses up because I'm like, oh, it always does that, It always lands like that. So hopefully I'll never be in a serious plane crash where you like die on impact, because it's like, that'd be horrible. I think you always want to survive things like that. But I have very little fear of them.